Welcome back to another episode of D Knows Ball Show. WNBA update. I know we haven't been producing a lot of content. I'm sorry for that. But ain't been too much really to talk about. College football's finna start. NFL's finna start. And around the corner is the NBA season. But I got some WNBA for y'all today. Before I get to it, the WNBA media coverage is so soft. Am I the only one that noticed it? I can't be the only one that noticed the WNBA media coverage is soft as hell. I was watching the Dallas Wings versus the Aces. I caught that game. I've watched quite a few WNBA games the past couple days. That's what made me want to update this. But the coverage of it's disingenuous. Nobody calls out nobody for playing bad. Nobody calls out nobody for being out of shape. I think maybe it's their women thing, but say, man, at the end of the day, this is entertainment, man. I was watching Cheryl Swoops commentate. I think she's the commentator for the Wings. I don't know if she's the commentator for the Wings or she's just a general commentator, but I think it was for the Wings. And she was praising the other team, bro, a little too much. Now, the NBA, the local commentators, they biased as hell. And I'm pretty sure the home crowd kind of likes that. Cheryl Swoops is supposed to be hyping up the Dallas Wings. And she just bro. She supposed to be hyping up the Dallas Wings, bro. She was on Asia Wilson. She was just talking up Asia Wilson up a storm. And I get it. Asia Wilson cold. I get it. When the Wings played the Sparks, talking up, bro. She got a crush on Rickea Jackson. Can't nobody tell me Cheryl Swoops don't got a crush on Rickea Jackson. She wouldn't shut up about her. She said she got a modeling career in her future. She kept talking about how pretty she was, how good she is. And every time I hear Cheryl Swoops talk, she talk about how much she loved Rickea Jackson. I'm just saying. But they never call nobody out. I like Enrique, but she's a sub 40% shooter. Jewel Lloyd, I think she's the most overrated player in the WNBA. I think Enrique better than Jewel Lloyd. I get it. Jewel Lloyd has won. She has a championship and all that. She a dynamic scorer. Looked up to Kobe, all that. Everybody that look up to Kobe ain't Kobe, bro. And you say what you want about Kobe, but Lordy, 30. What is Jewel Lloyd at, man? I think it was like 36%. Yeah, she's shooting 36% from the field, 28% from three. Really 27.5 from three, but I gave her that 0.5. I rounded it up. Say, man. Nope. I ain't going. High volume scorer. Jewel Lloyd and Enrique Gumbawale. Everybody talk that noise about Caitlin Clark and how inefficient she is. She's shooting better from three and from the field than Jewel Lloyd. I'm just saying. Yep, I've said it. This Caitlin Clark right now is better than Jewel Lloyd and Enrique. I'm sorry. I said it. It is what it is. I'm just saying. Yeah. But there's just no criticism. Skylar Diggins, what is she doing this year? Because every time I see her play, she's not looking too great either. Me just keeping it up. Skylar Diggins Smith. I'm finna look it up in real time. 14 points a game, 40 from the field, 26 from three. I'm just saying. Nobody calling these players out. If they are, I'm not hearing it. Atlanta Dream, they're a dumpster fire. The Atlanta Dream's a dumpster fire, man. I love Ryan Howard. To death. She was my favorite rookie to watch when she came in. Hey, coach is terrible. Whoever the coach is for the Atlanta Dream, terrible. Just letting Tina Charles run around, do whatever she wants. Tina Charles in her 100th year and is the focal point of an offense. Even Diana Taurasi not there right now. At least Diana Taurasi has gave Kalia the copper the keys. But you coming off one of the better seasons Atlanta has had in a while last year. They made the playoffs and all that. And in Ryan Howard's, I think it's a third or fourth year, you decide to go get Tina Charles and give her the team. Bench Cheyenne Parker Tyus. I don't even know where she at right now. I'm just keeping the book. I don't even know where she at right now. But that's neither here nor there. 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 Let's get into these topics, man. So, the Fever. I just watched the Fever. They just beat the Connecticut Sun, a good team. The Connecticut Sun, I think they got the third best record in the WNBA, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, they do. 22-8. So they just beat them. Fever were at home. My takeaways from that game is it took 30 out of 40 games for Christy Sides to figure out a starting lineup. Any basketball knower in the world would have figured out. It took 30 games in a 40-game season to figure out her starting lineup, bro. It took her 30 games to realize Lexi Hull is better than Katie Lou Sims. No offense to Katie Lou, but she's kind of sorry, bro. Lexi Hull should have been starting. Lexi Hull should have been starting. I'm sorry. It is what it is. No offense. I'm not trying to shit on Katie Lou. But Lexi Hull should have been starting. She won't stop hitting threes. So they finally figured out their starting lineup when it comes to role players. And Alyssa Smith, she needs to be better, but she's playing well. She had a solid game against Connecticut. She was getting bullied by Alyssa Thomas at first. She was getting bullied. I ain't gonna lie. But I kind of think the Fever have figured out the role players. And as it stands right now, in the first round, they would have to play the Minnesota Lynx. I don't know about all that. But the Fever are red hot right now. They just keep racking up wins. And I like the team, man. Say, when you talk about somebody that's worked on her game, Caitlin Clark worked on her game. That floater, I've seen it a lot since the break. I've seen it a lot since the comeback from the break. But one thing I will say, she's still making stupid passes. Caitlin Clark throws some of the stupid passes I ever seen with somebody to be a professional. Like, just terrible. Like, she throws consistently terrible passes. Like, for no reason. So she needs to definitely work on that. I think Aaliyah Boston, she finally found her groove. Aaliyah Boston was looking terrible at the beginning of the season. She was. It is what it is. Gotta keep it a buck, bro. Aaliyah Boston was trash at the beginning of the season, in my opinion. They finally, let's get back to the Christy Size and the starting lineup thing. The starting lineup. You had, I can't even think of the lady name. I gotta find her name. I have to find her name for the Indiana Fever, bro. Because Katie Lou was starting. Christy Wallace. They had Christy Wallace starting at some point. They had Erica Wheeler starting at some point. Katie Lou Samuelson. It took them 30 of 40 games to figure out their starting lineup. Yeah. So Christy Sides, I don't know what hey. If it took you 30 games to realize Lexi Hull should have been starting, I don't know what to tell you. That's just me keeping the book. Katie Lou, to the bench you go. And you deserve it. But I like they starting lineup now. Kelsey Mitchell has been on an absolute heater. I think Kelsey Mitchell's better than Enrique and Jewel Lloyd. Well, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Y'all say what y'all want. Say what y'all want. Say what y'all want. The Indiana Fever, could they possibly upset Minnesota in the first round if they had to match up against them? No, I don't think so. But just the fact that Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston in their first and second year, and Kelsey Mitchell too. Kelsey Mitchell is a big part of this, and she's a vet. This is a good big three. What's a better big three? Is John Quill, Brianna Stewart? Yeah, New York Liberty got a better big three. New York Liberty got a better big three. But big three? You might got the third because I don't want to talk down on Jackie Young. I know Jackie Young has been struggling. She's been struggling. 13 points a game in her last five. No, I ain't finna say the Indiana Big Three better than the Aces Big Three with Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, and Asia Wilson. I ain't gonna say that. But they got a top three Big Three. Fever got a top three Big Three. Interested to see what they do in the playoffs. As it stands right now, they would have the Lynx. I don't like that matchup. I think the Lynx is just a better team. I think the Lynx are the best team to me in the WNBA right now, but I'm going to get to that. But to wrap up on the Indiana Fever, great season. Caitlin Clark, I feel like she's getting better and better. I feel like the worst part of her game right now, it's turnovers still. Stupid turnovers. The stupid turnovers. She's getting better with the pocket passes. She had a lot of good passes to Leah Boston in the short roll against the Sun. But then she had a lot of sloppy turnovers too. So there is that. But yeah, the Fever. Figuring out your starting lineup game 30 of 40. It's crazy. But they on the up and up. Now, get into the Aces. I already said it. The Aces, I think they are 2-3 in their last five. If I ain't tripping, they like 2-3 in their last five because they had a close win. They had a close win against the Sparks. I remember they had a tough loss against Dallas. They had a tough win against Chicago. They just struggling, bro. I don't think they deep enough outside of they four, and that's Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, and Jackie Young. They role players aren't that good. Jackie Young, like I said earlier, 13 points a game in her last five. Outside of that 25-point game, that 25-point game she had against the Lynx, she just ain't been playing well, bro. Ain't nobody been saying nothing. Asia Wilson, I was kind of finna lean Nafisa Collier as the best player in the WNBA just to zag. But then she put up she was killing Dallas. She was just absolutely killing Dallas. If her teammates would have, I'm not gonna diss Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson been doing her thing. She's a dog. She's a really a dog for real. So there ain't no cap about that. Asia Wilson is her. Asia Wilson is her for real. But in the last five, they beat the Sparks and they beat Chicago in close games. I'm just saying. So right now, as it currently stands, they have to play Seattle in the first round. Great matchup. I would favor Vegas in that matchup just because, like I said, bro, Skylar Diggins Smith and Jewel Lloyd, just the inefficiency between those two. I like Magbagor. I like Ineka against Asia Wilson. But I think Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray should have a field day against those guards. And they just so efficient over there in Seattle. Like I said, I like Ineka. I like Ezzy Madrigal. I'm not the biggest fan of that backcourt. Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Diggins Smith, even Jordan Horston. Give me the Aces in that first round matchup. But they have been struggling, and it's worth noting. Even though Asia Wilson is being a monster, there's some chinks in that armor. What I got next? Ooh, speaking of them barely beating LA, Rickea Jackson. Say, man. I ain't gonna say Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops. She wasn't lying. Kia Jackson. She fine. She pretty, but she too tall for me. She like it's you see her in person, you. But when it comes to her game, she's 3-level scorer. She kind of started to disappear. She kind of started to disappear in that Dallas game. She was going off in the first half. She kind of disappeared a little bit. But Rakia Jackson, I like her size. I like the jump shooting, the defense, 3-level scoring ability. It's sad Cameron Brink is out, man, because I really like that front court. De'Erica Hamby, I think De'Erica Hamby is the most underrated player in the WNBA. Now, the whole little pregnancy scandal, I don't know too much about it. So maybe the WNBA don't really fuck with her. Just me keeping the buck. But De'Erica Hamby, say man, she cold for real. That front court for the Sparks, De'Erica Hamby, Cameron Brink, Rakia Jackson. That's a great front court. So you know what I was thinking? Paige Bueckers. Paige Bueckers goes to the Sparks, man. That could be the WNBA's final domino. Paige Bueckers, like I was watching Gilbert Arenas in his show, Gil's Arena. And they were talking about Paige Bueckers, and they were saying some real shit. Paige Bueckers was heard before Caitlin Clark. Just keep it on the buck. Paige Bueckers was supposed to be heard. She was heard. And I think she's going to reclaim that. She going to be easily number one pick. Right now, the Sparks are the worst team in the WNBA, record-wise. So they got a decent chance of landing Paige Bueckers. And if Paige Bueckers go to the Sparks, a core of De'Erica Hamby, Cameron Brink, Paige Bueckers, and Rakia Jackson, that's a nice four. I think them in Indiana, those would be some teams, man. If WNBA smart, Paige Bueckers, get her to LA immediately, man. I'm just saying. Now, I don't know if they'll pull the Victor Wembanyama, the Derrick Rose, the LeBron James. The NBA is so rigged. The NBA is so rigged, bro. Everybody, your hometown is struggling and you a top prospect, you going to your hometown team, bro. It's guaranteed. Or if you was an overseas guy, nah, man. Nah, bro. I ain't going. But this is about the WNBA. If WNBA was smart, just pull the NBA. Send Paige to LA. Team her up with Cameron Brink, Rakia Jackson, De'Erica Hamby, man. Where's Lexi Brown? She's on Gil's Arena, but she's not on the court. What happened to her? Where's Lexi Brown? I know she got like Crohn's disease or whatever that is. She just doesn't play, bro. She cute though. But yeah, man, Paige Bueckers on the Sparks. I think they can make the playoffs next year. I really do. Cameron Brink get back healthy, get back right. Rakia Jackson, another year of seasoning. De'Erica Hamby. I think that'd be one of the better front courts. So, hey, man. And I think they compete sooner rather than later, man. And I think Chicago need a guard too. Sonia Citron. If they can get Sonia Citron from Notre Dame, Chicago, she's like a movement shooter. It's been a WNBA really finna turn up for real. But yeah, man, Paige Bueckers to the Sparks. I love that. I love that. Cool. I love that. What else do we got for the WNBA? Let me see. What else do we got for the WNBA? Naphecia Collier. I was trying to make a case for her being the best player in the WNBA. But she's the second best player in the WNBA. Yes, I think she's better than Breanna Stewart right now. 2 years ago, not last year when with the Liberty, but the year before when Breanna Stewart was on the Seattle Storm and they lost to the Aces in the WNBA Finals, I thought Breanna Stewart was better than A'ja Wilson 2 years ago. All right, just me keeping the book. Yeah, they lost. Seattle lost. I thought Breanna Stewart was better. I thought she was better than A'ja Wilson 2 years ago. Last year, A'ja Wilson was clearly better. This year, Asia Wilson is clearly better. And now I think Napheesa Collier has passed her as well. I'm just keeping it above. I think Napheesa Collier is the second best player in the WNBA. She don't have another all-star on her team. And that's, to me, Minnesota the best team in the WNBA. That's just me. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I think Napheesa Collier, she's top 5 in scoring. I think she's top 5 in rebounding. She's shooting 50% from the field. I think about 35% from 3. Asia Wilson not even doing that. No, before I was just talking out my ass, let me see what Asia Wilson is doing. Because I don't think Asia Wilson, damn. But you gotta put the apostrophe in there. I gotta type in. Man, Asia Wilson is averaging 27 and 12, basically. 2 steals, 3 blocks. Nah, Asia Wilson is her. And she's shooting 52 from the field, 36 from 3. Yeah, no, Asia Wilson, the best player in the WNBA, and that's a gap. But Napheesa Collier is the second. Napheesa Collier is the second. She's the second best player in the WNBA. And the third maybe is Breanna Stewart, I guess. But yeah, Napheesa Collier, 21 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Yeah. 50% from the field, 35% from 3. I think Napheesa Collier has earned being the second best player in the WNBA. And we're not going to forget what she did to Las Vegas back-to-back earlier this month. On the 23rd, 21st, we're not going to do that. She was buckets, 27 and 18 and 5. 27, 18 and 5. 73% from the field, 50% from 3 on the 23rd against the Aces in a win. So, the PC Collier, she right there, man. And she needs to be talked about more, but her game ain't too. A lot of these women's game ain't just the most amazing to watch. But now it's like, I don't know who go win the chip. I think the Lynx are the best team in the WNBA. I think the Liberty have the highest ceiling. I think the Aces have the best player. I think Seattle has a puncher's chance just because their front court, if they back court could ever get efficient, if they can have some efficient games in the playoffs, I think there's 5 teams. I think Indiana doesn't have any roster holes. It's just if Christy Sides can play them the right way, and if they can be hitting on all cylinders, if the game plan is right, they up to the moment. Indiana match up well with everybody, but are they ready? Maybe not. But it's about, I think okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I think Lynx, Liberty, Vegas, Seattle, Indiana. Those are the best 5 teams in WNBA right now. But this has been a WNBA update. It's your boy Diddy Knows Ball. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Give me some drop some WNBA hot takes. Let me know how y'all feeling about this WNBA season. Let me know who y'all like coming out of college next year. Paige, Bueckers, Sonya Citron. Those are my 2. Yeah, man. I'm out.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind. Need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line. Any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.